Welcome back, my lovely Sagittarius angels. Tigre here at Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All as we continue with your general energetic messages for the month of September for Sagittarius. We're now tapping into your career and general financial or finances for the month of September. As always, please share, like, and comment. And remember, these are general readings. Time is fluent, so we can be talking about past, present, or even future time. Remember, you have free will, and anything you do can alter anything that is shown or guided to here today. Cards in the space have been blessed and prayed for. We thank the angels for watching us and guiding us. Okay, so what are the general messages? Let's first start out with the tarot, with the energies as it pertains to Sagittarius for their careers and finances. For those of you who are joining my channel for the first time, I do rotate the decks every month, and I love to hear your feedback on the particular decks that you like. If I get feedback on the particular decks that you like, I'll try to put them in rotation more often. So what is the general energies using the tarot first for Sagittarius? Go to 5 cards. Okay. Interesting. I just shuffled this deck. Okay. Some of you can find yourself in some type of legality this month. And doesn't mean that it's something bad. It could be you preparing court papers or being summoned to court, or you're taking legal action on some type of like workers' comp or money that's owed to you, in some type of work or career, or maybe you paid for schooling for your children and something went awry and they didn't get the services and you're fighting for a refund. So I definitely feel that some of you, not all of you, will be in front of a judge or preparing to take some type of legal action to recoup money or to get some type of compensation or refund as it pertains to career and finances. This also could be you taking your 401k person or whoever your financial advisor is. Maybe they misappropriated funds or they manhandled your investments and didn't do the right thing. So all that particular type of energy could be around. It also could be past cases where you might have filed bankruptcy, or you're coming out of the bankruptcy, or you're paying off debts from maybe chapter 13, chapter 7, what have you. So it's not all bad. It can also be very good that you're having this legal presentation, or you're going forth in front of a judge, because it could be bringing you closure, which helps you, again, have better opportunities in a brighter future with all, without all these roadblocks along your path. Things that were being held before you, when you're, how can I put this? When you're waiting for things to manifest, or when you're in the middle of a legal battle, or you're waiting judgment, or you're waiting something to work out in your favor, it does sometimes put a hold on other situations, especially when you're expecting a monetary reward. It can put a hold on what your future plans are. If you're planning to relocate, buy a new car, buy a home, send your kids off to college, whatever the case may be. I do feel that many of you are going to come off that hangman state. Things that have been pending, things that you've had on hold, you're now going to find yourself slowly but surely being able to manifest. Things are going to be looking in your favor. Those of you who've been in the dark or feel that you've had this heavy energy against your plans and you feel like, woe is me, that energy is going to be leaving you. There's going to be sunshine. There's going to be hope and love and light. A lot of it has to do, too, because you've been patient. You've learned to go with the flow of life. You've learned to, go with the punches, however they come. You realize there's ups and downs in life, and we have to be able to keep it all balanced. New beginnings, ultimately, through the sacrifice, through the waiting, right? Through the court battles or the papers and the summons and, all the presentations and summations, whatever it is that you had to do to get heard and to win, it's going to happen, and you're going to have a new beginning because you're going to be in a better place financially and emotionally and hopefully spiritually. Let's clarify justice. Yes. Things are going to turn in your favor. A new beginning. Again, you could have changed lawyers. A new judge could be assigned to the case. Or someone just decides to settle, right? And stop fighting with you. Clarifying the Hanged Man. Like I said, you're going to be coming off the shelf now. Ideas and plans that you had pending that was sitting on the ice box or in the cooler, you're going to have the money now to start making things happen, okay? The money that you could have been sitting on, maybe you had money that you were sitting on that you didn't want to spend in case you needed it for more legal representation or, to fight whatever battles you were going through. Now that you're coming out and you're in the wind cycle, this money that's been on ice, you're going to be able to also use for your benefit. As we clarify the star energy, remember, even though things are looking up, still balance yourself, balance your money. Don't take everything and just, run out the gate trying to do everything you wanted to do. Take your time and, do it as God sees fit. You're going to be putting a lot of thought into the things that you've done and the things that you have yet to do, which is why you still need to remain patient, and that clarifies patient. Okay. And then with the beginning card, we clarify with victory. Yes, you're going to have a new beginning because you are going to be victorious. So whatever this fight or battle or challenge has been, for no matter how amount of weeks or months or years, you're finally going to be able to lift your head up out of the water and see the rainbow and move forward. In the middle of the deck, things are going to happen quickly. And that's the thing with life. We've got to be patient. When we're going through the rough times, it seems like they're going to last forever and you're never going to get through it. And then all of a sudden, when that clock door opens, when those windows rise and the sun shines in, things just start happening quickly. Enjoy your victory. Give praise and thanks to God. But again, do things in moderation because you don't want to fall backwards. You don't want to do things haphazardly. As we continue forth, wisdom. Be wise, just like what I practically said. Be wise in what you do in your next moves. You definitely don't want to repeat past mistakes. Okay, so have insight into what gives you foresight. Use your best judgment in all matters, even when you're winning and moving towards victory or moving away from victory, into the light, into the things that you want to do. Be wise, because that's when you can be most vulnerable as well. And I'm sorry, I meant to say this is for entertainment purposes only, this reading, and it is a general reading. But yeah, some people lose it. They lose touch with reality, or they become too confident and cocky, and they don't use their wisdom, and they find themselves back in the same situations that they just got out of. With the message of foresight, be farsighted and alert. Yes, pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth. Now that you have the money, or you're gaining more money, you're working towards having more money, doesn't mean that, everything is going to be looking rosy. Sometimes when we have more wealth, it comes with more problems. So keeping, again, the patience, the balance, and your wisdom, making right decisions, learning from the past, it all needs to melt together so you continue. Right? We want to continue to be victorious. We don't want to, we don't want to wobble. We don't want to fall. With the energy of money matters, invest your money wisely. That's all part of the wisdom, right? Being wise. If you have money now or more money to invest, watch who you invested with, how you invested, how long you invested, especially if you had troubles with past advisors. Be very guardful and resourceful and do your homework, right? And your due diligence on who you trust to manage your money. With closed doors, start all over again. The closed doors that many of you had to be patient to go through, they will be open. But not every good opportunity when it comes to jobs, especially those of you seeking new careers. If a door is particularly closed and you keep trying to go through it and it's not opening, it could be the universe saying to you, this is not for you. Okay? So this also could be a sign of a career coming to an end. If you see things going haphazard with your company, if you feel you're not getting the recognition or the work is slow and they're not really being transparent with you, it could be a closed door that this is over. You're coming to the end of the road of this particular cycle with this particular career and job. So look at the red flags and know when you need to brush up your resume and start looking. Under the deck, we end with savings. When you have a windfall of money or you have extra money coming in, whether you win it through a court case or you win it by games of chance or just being a real smart investor, you always need to put some for a bad day, because there always will be a bad day. It's just a matter of when. In the middle of this deck, we get growth. Many of you have grown because of the difficulties and the challenges, and that's the beauty in having these tough lessons in life, that if anything, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to learn the lessons and grow. So focus on your personal and spiritual growth as you pursue new careers, or you try to advance in your current career, or add and build your new company, right? Or to build your wealth. Stay in touch and keep in touch with your intuition. Always continue to trust your inner voice and follow the guidance that it gives you. It will never lead you wrong. Be mindful of the decisions that you make. Stay present and be aware of what is going on in your life and around your life and within your circles. If you are blessed to have money in abundance, share with others. Be generous not only with your money, but time is money, energy is money, and resources are money. It all plays a part into you paying it forward and being good and kind to others. And with the card of nature, connect with nature to ground and to inspire yourself. When you receive, it is good to give, but always give thanksgiving to God and the angels. We're so quick to get on our knees or pray to the heavens, right? Or to light a candle when we put our petitions. But when we win, when we have these victories, when our manifestations come true, we need to pay it forward and also acknowledge the angels, acknowledge God and the saints, and give them thanks. Okay, so go out in nature, plant a plant for them, do something beautiful in the water, light a candle, just show some type of appreciation back to the earth for all the elements that it bestows upon us and how it works on our behalf. As we come to a close, we get the card of savings plan. So definitely the universe knows when you come into money, Sagittarius, savings might be the last thing that you're thinking about. You want to think about maybe spending money and catching up, for things that you weren't able to do, all those dreams and plans that you had on hold. But please, please, please work on creating a robust, when I say robust, I mean chunky, healthy, something really solid when it comes to savings plans. You can do savings plans in various ways. You don't have to all put it in one particular bank or advisor's hands. Set and continue to set specific goals. Meet those goals. Automate your savings so that your money comes out of your paycheck, or however you manage your money, that it goes into your 401k, whatever savings account automatically. So this way you never physically touch the money and you're not tempted to spend it. Regularly stay on track on what you have. If you don't stay on track of it, you forget it, or you think you have more than what you have. Watch your spending. It is so good to be conscious and be in the know, right? Being mindful of what it is that you have. And most importantly, being mindful of what it took for you, what you went through, right, to get what you have. For many of you, you're going to be working towards career advancement, or career advancement opportunities will be coming forth. Many of you, because of education or growth or changes in your work environment, or your desire to do something different, you might go for further education or be suggested to go for further education to uplift you to the next level. Set goals. Here's another confirmation that as you become successful, or as you have the mindset to be successful, make sure that you set clear, not only career goals, but clear financial goals. They should work side by side, hand in hand. Break them down into actionable steps. That means you are breaking them down into things that you can actually accomplish, not building a dream or a fantasy and putting your hand out there, grabbing to the stars, to something that you can't reach or actually obtain. So track your progress and celebrate the small milestones that you have. There will be bigger ones along the way, but until you get there, appreciate what it is that you're doing and how you're winning every single small step of the way. That will keep you motivated to keep doing great things. For many of you, you're going to be breaking into your own financial independence. This is a way for you to do the things that you want to do. You could be breaking apart from a business partner, breaking apart from your company and doing your own thing. Aim for your own financial independence. This way you control what's coming in and what's going out. So try to increase your income, reduce the unnecessary expenses, the hanging out, the frivolous jewelry, the trips and all the, hanging out and the food, the dining and wining, all that stuff. Really spend your money in the right places. Spend your money so it's making money for you. Invest, 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 and invest wisely. This can give you automatically the freedom that you are seeking. We end with the bottom of the deck with the card of networking. Networking has such power to it, and with this networking power card, it is conveying to you, continue and try to, if you never have, to build a strong professional network. That means aligning yourself with people who think the same way that you do the same type of career, going in the same direction, or even if they're not in your circle, in your group, they are aligned with people in the same type of thinking in the areas that you want to go into. So don't be afraid to have conversations with strangers or people that you don't know. But if they have a connection, whether it's within them or the people that they know, in an interest that you have in, by all means, start tapping in. As long as you're feeling the energy is honest and right, go forth. Start going to industry events, joining online groups, cultivating relationships, and other support, and getting advice and opportunities and suggestions from other people who've been there and done that, or is on the same plane with you, or maybe just slightly ahead, of their steps to success in the same lane that you want to be in. Well, thank you for joining me for this career and finance reading for Sagittarius for September. May you be blessed, and no matter what you do, whether you're at the bottom of the totem pole or you're rising to the top, be wise. You can make your dreams happen. Believe in yourself. Namaste.